Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph. Today we're looking at Bitcoin and we're also going to look at a trade signal that Dion is going to give to us. The price of Bitcoin is right now $19,000. So Bitcoin is right at the support level. I've been looking at a long-term graph of Bitcoin at this falling wedge that's there, and I thought to myself, wow, I hope Bitcoin is not going to break to the downside. If you measure that falling wedge from the high to the low and you extrapolate it to the bottom, Bitcoin might fall to $11,000. So it's very scary because I have Bitcoin. Dion, what do you think? Do you think Bitcoin is going to break to the downside, or do you think Bitcoin is going to hold?
Hi, morning, Joseph. Morning, guys. It's difficult to say. It's really 50-50. I also watched quite a few other YouTube traders. Some of them have access to where the actual longs and shorts are placed, and at the moment it's like 100% 50-50. So 50% of the people are expecting it to short and 50% are expecting it to long. So it's really up in the air. It depends what the big banks want to do with us next week. So the thing that one should look at is then big news events, and the first really massive one coming up is the beginning of November. So it could be that they're just going to range us sideways up to that news event, and then pick a direction and send us up or down. Yeah, so just looking at the indicators here, you can see that this is the dollar index on 4 hour. So basically just ranging sideways. There's market imbalance above and below us, so that means there's liquidity for them to grab above and below. At the moment the 20 EMA is above, so it's more likely to move up in the short term. The Nasdaq is, because of that moving up of the dollar, Nasdaq is moving down slightly, and S&P 500 as well is starting to move down. The 20 and 50 are about to cross there and move down. So there's also imbalance down here, so it could be that they're wanting to bring it back down to this line, S&P 500, and then bounce back up. Then the one thing that is also very interesting, the US dollar, the 10-year yields, government yields, are climbing dramatically, and that's not good for Bitcoin, gold, things like that, the risk assets. So it means that money is flowing into the government bonds again, which is low risk, and because the dollar's moving so strong, is at the moment a good bet for people to put their money in. You can just see that it's just flying here. And that's definitely, when this goes up, Bitcoin and the risk assets like gold and so will definitely be moving to the downside, so that's not great. The money flow into the altcoins also, money is not coming into altcoins at the moment, I think because of all this and the uncertainty as well. And the altcoin perpetual index, the top 10 altcoins, also not looking good. They're also moving down, and Bitcoin dominance is moving to the top side. So I think that's also why people are not wanting. So when Bitcoin dominance moves up, people don't put money into the altcoins, because that would be moving against them then. Quickly jumping to Ethereum, also 100% sideways, and every day now that we've been looking, we've lost another critical level. So we've lost now our 1300 as well. So also not looking great, and the EMA is also, this is the 20 is below the 50, the 50 below the 200, and so they definitely at the moment fanning to the downside, so not looking great. The only thing that we do know though is when you can see like this big wick to the downside, is the market makers, banks and so on, try to trap you in a direction. So that's the only thing that I could think is maybe over this weekend that they are going to pump it, because they think making everyone so despondent and negative, and all the EMAs are down and everything is just looking doom and gloom, and that's then where they try to trap people to trade short and that's when they take it to the top side. So we must just be vigilant there. So as soon as we get big fat green candles, it's a good time to get in and maybe take a 5-10% move on either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of the other coins if you are watching the charts at that point in time. Bitcoin on the daily, I'm not even going to zoom down, but you can basically see we definitely, I think this is what you were talking about. So we are still holding this support line, but this is definitely a descending triangle, and they normally have a tendency to break to the downside. So, and also, yeah, the 20 is under the 50 under the 200, the 200 under the 800. So all the EMAs are fanning also to the downside. But so the only positive there is, as I say, is that they could be trying to tempt us to short, and then the minute they've got enough orders going short, they can liquidate them to the top side, so taking it up a notch. But they could be running this pattern for the next 2 weeks until that big news event in November, that we're just going absolutely just ranging sideways. So it's dangerous to get into any trades now, because they're just taking it up and down, up and down, up and down, and liquidating the 25 and 50x longs to the long and short, you know. So yeah, they take out the people that went long, and then the people going short, yeah, they take out again there. People taking long, they take out again with a short. So they're building positions here, definitely just squeezing price and building positions to take it in a massive direction. So they are just just taking it sideways. There's no particular any clue that we can see in which direction price is going to go. Then the trade that I looked at lots this morning, probably about 40 coins, and the only thing that looks like potentially a good trade is Casper. So this is also Casper on the 4 hour. So this was the only coin I could actually find where the 20 EMA was above the 50 above the 200, and the rest of the indicators also looking good. So the RSI is above 50, the stochastic is in a buy, and the MACD is just about to cross here to the upside. So one could maybe zoom down to like the 1 hour and just see the moment this is a bearish candle. Also, I just looked at this is the fib level. So of this last move, the fib has come down, so it's come down for a perfect retracement to like the golden fib zone, then started moving up, and at the moment it's at the 50 fib, the 50% mark. So if you wait for a bullish candle there and all your indicators are still confirming that, I think this could be a good entry to do 5 to 25% to this high, yeah. But I would, because the market is so uncertain, just run it with a very tight stop loss. So I wait for a nice bullish candle entry on the 1 hour, and but still, as I say, it's kind of risky, but everything's looking good. It's looking good for a move to the upside here. And that's it from me, Joseph.
I really like that Casper coin. I did a list of some of the coins with the biggest potential, and Casper has an incredible potential to 10x or even 20x. It's a really incredible coin. Yeah. So I would take that trade and not even worry about a stop loss. You might have to sit with it if it pulls back, but it's really, there's good fundamentals in that coin. So for me, the positive about Bitcoin not breaking through to the downside is it's held for quite a long time. It's like more than 2 months now that Bitcoin didn't go lower, and that's actually showing you that Bitcoin is building a strong support level. One of the things that caused Bitcoin to go down so far was the lunar crash, and we don't have right now a lunar crash. It's not a big reason for Bitcoin to go down, and there's a lot of reasons fundamentally for Bitcoin to start going up again. So that's kind of some of the hope that I'm holding onto. But thank you very much, Dion. It was an excellent analysis. Alright guys, we're going to be back in a few minutes and we're going to look at Steve from Crypto Crew University. He's going to just talk about this falling wedge and what's the possibility for Bitcoin to break through to the downside. He also agrees with us that Bitcoin is going to hold, and he reckons the bottom is already in. He's not changing his position on that. Alright, thank you, Dion.
Great, thanks guys, see you just now. Cheers.